Hello, my name is Xonevant. Today is Friday, February the 6th, and Uncharted has been delayed until 2016. Let's talk about the details right here on the Daily Dose. Alright guys, so before we get into the details of this particular news article, let me again go ahead and thank Dormouse03 for donating the footage that you guys are seeing in the backdrop of this video. A link to her channel will be in the description below. Let's get into this thing now. So an article came out on GameSpot. I'm actually reading it right here. And it's going to be delayed until 2016. Now, first off, this is not really a surprise to me. I don't know if it's a surprise to you guys, but something in the back of my brain said that this game was not going to be coming out this year. I mean, obviously I was hoping for it, especially if it came out, near around the Christmas time, but in the back of my mind, I don't know, baby. Something just said it ain't coming out this year. It will probably end up being a 2016 release. I'm actually happy, though, that it's going to be a spring release and not a fall release, because that would have obviously been a long time to wait for the game. But you guys know how I feel about waiting for games. I'm down with them pushing games back, man. I want the game to be the absolute best they can possibly bring to me for my $60. You know what I mean? I think a lot of gamers get real selfish with this sort of thing, and they want games to drop immediately and fast and all that kind of stuff, but I want it to be a good value for my $60, and we know that when they rush this stuff, the game is just not up to standard. So let me go ahead and read you guys this quote. This was from an interview, and this is from Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley. They say, since we showed our first gameplay reveal of Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, more of the game and story have come together, and it's become clear to us that this game is much more ambitious than we originally envisioned. After spending so many years with Nathan Drake, he means a lot to the team, and telling the cinematic chapter of his adventures is a task we don't take lightly. This game deserves every bit of our attention to detail, precise pacing, and nuanced storytelling Naughty Dog is known for. Now, some people are speculating that this delay might have something to do with the fact that they lost some of their team members, some of their staff last year. You guys remember that? It was big on Twitter and all that kind of stuff. And everybody was worried, that the story was just going to completely fall apart because they lost one of their lead writers. You guys know that. We did a daily dose on that. Could be, it could be that. But I think it really is more so a technical thing. I think they're just trying to make sure that this game is as polished as possible. We do know that Sony puts a lot of stock in this franchise to help further the console. Now, we do know that PS4s are in a ton of homes right now, but all those PS4 players who may have never had a PS3 may not have had a chance to play this franchise at all. And they may not go back and play Uncharted 1 through 3. They just may not. Some people don't do that. They go straight to the newest of the new. So Uncharted 4 may in fact be the first time that they get to explore this world. You see what I mean? And then they obviously will want to go back and probably play the first 3. But in my mind, they're just wanting this thing to be that flagship title that when you think of the PS4, you think of this game. And I think they've always tried to do that with the Uncharted series. And I think that's great. I have no issue with it whatsoever. Like I said, I'm glad it's not going to be next Christmas. But in my mind, I knew that it was probably not going to be out this year. It just seemed too quick, too fast, right? And we definitely don't want them to rush a game. I don't want them to rush any game on the market, but you get my point. A game like this that has a long history with a lot of fans, we don't want them to mess this one up. And if you guys are a lot like me, once you get past that kind of trilogy, right? Once you get past the first 3, you got to be careful when you keep putting more games into your franchise, right? The 4th one, the 5th one, and the 6th one. It becomes even more dangerous as you keep adding, because that next game could mess up all the previous ones, right? Especially if you're telling a story completely in context. So I'm very excited about this game. I'm not mad at all that they have decided to delay this game. But you guys can let me know what you think in the comments below. See you guys right back here tomorrow.